frustrating with the bans. Now, obviously, Lion was banned out both games in the previous one, and Clash was banned out both games in the previous matchup. So I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like Black Dragons are taking a little bit of thought with their ban. They haven't come in instantly with a setup, with a plan, or they're just playing for time. Maybe one of them was just running back to the computer desperately. But I would be amazed again if we see Lion snuck through. He's just too powerful, that man. But the first ban and the first operator to be taken off the board is Blackbeard. Black Dragons do not want to go up against Blackbeard on the many, many windows of border.
Yeah, not too much of a surprise, as you said. Very typical to see Blackbeard. Although I was kind of surprised to not see the Lion ban coming through. I would like to see maybe a Hard Breacher, a Lion, or a Glass ban here coming up from paiN Gaming. And it is going to be the Lion picked out of that lineup. So not many surprises there. Being moving through onto their defense ban. I would imagine a mirror. We didn't see a mirror ban at all last time, which is very, very confusing. And hopefully going to see a mirror ban here. It's very popular on border. And yeah, I think Mirror's just way too powerful on border to let her go through that.
There is so much she can do on this map, and it's proven time and time again that she can be the decisive factor. But then again, a lot of people say she's very vital on Oregon as well, and they let it slip through on Oregon maybe.
And I would expect the Echo to be banned here, or maybe the Maestro to be banned out here from Black Dragons. But it's actually going to be the Clash yet again. I keep forgetting that Clash is indeed one of the most annoying operators to deal with on the defense. People say, just nade her. Just kill her.
Why can't you just do that? Just stand still.
It's a little bit more complicated. Clash is a mobile operator. She can obviously avoid quite a lot of the utility that comes her way. Capitao, you normally see him only do a little bit, but 42 damage or so. It's not enough to really put her down permanently, and she becomes a very annoying operator to deal with very, very quickly. So we're actually going to see the Echo and the Maestro both getting through those bans yet again, and we'll see how it does go down. But we're actually going to see the Echo being brought here. Fairly surprisingly, I would say. I think there's, especially on Armory Lockers, there's a lot of very crafty places you can get those yokai drones into, lots of nooks and crannies. You can hide them away.
Now, obviously, we've said Clash just keeps getting removed from... Well, she gets banned out of most kind of top-tier games you're seeing, but with the speed that LATAM like to bring to their game, it's quite clear that they don't really want her anywhere near that, because almost every attacking team in the LATAM region relies on their speed, relies on their movability and their ability to get correctly a very, very strong fragging region. So it's not the biggest surprise that they really, really do not like to play against the Clash. But we can see them go for Armory as their first hold. Now, how do you think this game is going to differ from the one we have just watched?
I'm not sure, because we haven't seen these teams play yet in OGA with these new lineups. However, again, from Latin America, they tend to be fairly aggressive. I would like to see a little bit more of a downstairs hold here. You can already see in these rotations getting opened up by Black Dragons. Is going to suggest more of an aggressive hold than anything else coming out.
See, Maestro setting up in offices there. Obviously, that's a very big place to take control and hold control. You can see they're also setting up a lot of Valkyries over in security room, and GCR is instantly breaking up into detention, or breaking through into detention, and they want to get inside as quickly as possible, which is a staple of how LATAM like to take maps. It is quick, it is aggressive, it's everything you want from a game of Siege. Now they are rotating underneath, gonna try and open the drop down for the rotation. Get a cheeky little peek. You can see that instantly play out. Whoever was just playing above that drop down, and Spawns gets the first frag, opening it up against RDZ.
Yeah, beautiful frags coming out indeed. RDZ already off the table. Not a huge utility pick, but Jaeger definitely one of the key fragging roles that tends to be on any team on the defense, especially on a fairly aggressive hold that BD's trying to do here, but they're going to have to slowly start to pull back from 90, as GCR is just going to have an absolute whale of a time downstairs.
I think it was GCR who actually pushed the Jaeger into the Jackal. Some very brilliant rotation control and just really set him up to be trapped by bullets, though. So it's an unfortunate trap as the second frag comes through. That is... it's not Conta, that is actually not their name. It is. Dropped on the other side. Revolt's starting to push against them as well. The Banatrix going from underneath. Drunks tries to fire against the Buck. Gets a few shots, but obviously shooting through metal bars is never easy. And the amount of complaints about it, there is still a bit of Bandit left on one of the walls. But that is closing down as Small goes to rotate underneath to try to take care of GCR, who is, as you said, having a whale of a time underneath.
Yeah, Small's going to try and rotate around, and hopefully there we go. Revolt is going to be holding down the rotate and not allow Small to get away with that at all, and he will take him down. The Bandit is still on the wall, but one of the walls is exposed, and the Bandit is going to be able to easily open that up as Levi going to try and rotate onto the top of the metal stairs here. Just see the drone here into CCTV, and Slash has actually managed to rotate downstairs as well. Hopefully doesn't do the same thing that Small did here and not pay attention to his left of customs here. As Levi going to be playing fairly aggressively onto 90 hallway here. Junk's going to be playing around onto half wall, seeing what he can do here. Nades are going to start to go out onto the site. Levi going to go down so early on. Oh, what a shot from 9. He takes down Junks with a headshot. Spawns takes down Levi. Oh, Slash just runs all the way up. Metal takes Revolts down with a headshot. He's going to find 3 more if he wants to bring this in. 15 seconds left to go on the clock. The plant is starting to go down. Doesn't really have an opportunity to deny the plant here at all. And it will indeed go down. Spawns takes down Slash. That's paiN Gaming to take round number 1.
Round number 1 with the diffuser down as well. But the amount of control they had and how quickly, as I said, they got it. They completely forced the Jaeger out of CCTV. And from then on, it was just a methodical clearing of everything else. But they go back to Armory Lockers and Archives. They dropped it once. Obviously, Spawns with 3K there. He was picking up some beautiful frags and rotations. It'll be interesting to see if they have a slightly different idea and a slightly different hold, or if there's any way they can stop being forced out as hard as they were by that buck.
I mean, Spawns did a great job on the fragging roll there, but as you said, GCR just being downstairs and just forcing the rotates of the defenders there straight into the arms of Spawns on multiple occasions there. GCR really brought them around there, and the fact that paiN Gaming were able to not only allow GCR to do that, but also shut down any attempts that there was a refrag going on at all onto GCR. Beautifully played from paiN Gaming at all, and I think Black Dragons are going to be in for a little bit of a hard time here.
Now, obviously, we commented on how useful Mira is on this point, and obviously she's banned out for this game. What would you recommend, or what would you say is the best kind of follow-up to that? What have you seen that's utilized well in place of what has become such a decisive operator?
I think we normally do see a Maestro being used as a kind of replacement for Mira in a way, where the Maestro cameras provide a lot of intel. Intel is very, very key on this map. We also see Valkyrie cameras being used effectively, Echo drones being used effectively into that thing, and in terms of plant general as well, Smoke obviously very helpful in that situation indeed. But really, there is no replacement for Mira because she has such a unique gadget that you can never really replace her quite so linearly.
She revolutionized the game when she was brought in. That was the day the meta exploded. You can see that instantly loading up there. They want to start pushing against officers. You can see Maestro still setting up some barbed wires quite late. Both Maestro and Valk hanging around. GCR isn't going to push underneath this time. Instead, going to go straight towards metal stairs. Try and hopefully catch someone out on the rotation. On the other side, they're going to go for a slightly different push. Instead, it looks like they're going to try and take that easterly side, start pushing metal across the top. Now their Spawns is using the Jackal gadget, and we've seen Jackal picked quite a lot in LATAM. And you know it's because their roam game is so strong. The first frag goes off, that is FK dropping Slash, and the bullets are thrown across Office as they start to get return fire, misfires the lifeline, and that is both of the stuns gone. You can see they're starting to push. The Jackal spots coming out. They are in an exceptionally tight spot. It's a grenade kill from GCR, and Spawns with another one, beautifully closing down.
Great gaze coming out there from GCR. There was actually a double kill from GCR there because he downed one and killed the other. And so yeah, is he going to try and recontrol passport control? But Revolt's going to take it down easily. And it's a 5v1 all down to Drunks. Throws a Nitro out onto the side, but doesn't get the kill. Doesn't land at all. Oh, he goes out. He peeks down. FK1 goes out of it. That's a 4v1 now, all down to Drunks here. The captain himself, but no, Spawns easily shoots him down there in mini. paiN Gaming in another beautiful attack, take round number 2, but we're unable to plant the diffuser this time.
No, the diffuser did not go down, but it didn't seem like it needed to as they went for that final push. It was a 1 versus 5 situation. They were just in complete control. It seems like the team composition and how they're balancing and pushing and just forcing Black Dragons out of their holds is impressive. It's showing a team that has come in with a very tight-knit strategy, and it is playing off.
Something I want to quickly mention here, which we didn't mention at the start of the game, is that Conter Pro Feed is actually FK1, who, for whatever genius reason, decided to change his nickname accidentally or something. Not sure what happened there.
It's an accidental rebrand, but we're still going with FK1. So if you are ever confused, it is the real one. Just at home, right? We're going back to Armory Lockers and Archives for the third time. They've obviously dropped 2 rounds, and they've dropped 2 rounds, I'd say, rather convincingly. They didn't seem to ever really have control. They're trying it again, saying we can get this one. And it is often cited as the easiest one to hold, but when you've lost it twice, how long do you throw? How much time do you put in towards holding a point that the other team just seem to know so well? You can see them setting up. Drunks is going for the double reinforcement. Obviously, we saw the soft destruction coming through there. They are completely locking off that wall this time. They're not allowing Sophia to get in as easily as she did previous round, because obviously that was a direct line. Oh, a CP push from Metal from paiN Gaming. Or are they going to go back to their original push and take CCTV first? That's the thing. We've seen them do a plan A and we've seen them do a plan B. We're going to see them rotate to B there, or are we going to see the famous plan C?
We will see indeed as we move into the action phase of round number 3. I would like to see Black Dragons players a little more aggressively, but I understand why they wouldn't. There's been a lot of good roam clear coming out from paiN Gaming, especially in the form of having the Jackal on the board all the time as well. And, you know, just seeing all of those operators come through, it makes you afraid of going on the roam. But the big reason why they keep losing these rounds is GCR just gets away with being downstairs, having that vertical control for so long. We've seen him have such a huge impact on these rounds. You see the Jackal moves into passport control, immediately tracks the nearest set of footprints. Not only does that let them know the Valkyrie is on the site and not on the roam, but it also lets GCR know exactly where she is, so he can concentrate his efforts in hunting her down.
The thing is, knowing where your Valkyrie is, and the ability spawns there, that is Jackal on a roll. Picks up another frag, starts firing bullets, opening up more sightlines towards officers there. You can see FK just pushing into CCTV, getting a bit more control. They have a lot of the area now. The Jackal was still trying to find more footprints because they have that Buck underneath opening up, not countered. No one is trying to fight Buck on his own floor. Granted, obviously, Revolt on the Twitch is watching for rotation, but still, when you're being tracked by Jackal and there is a Buck under your feet and they're knocking on the door, that is often an impossible situation to come out of without someone trying to take downstairs at the same point.
Small will peek out onto the Habana, go for the prefaz, not able to find the kill just yet. Still has a nitrous on his back pocket, so you should try and play this maybe a little bit more conservatively and wait for the push to start to come through. 9 with a beautiful shot, takes the head clean off of Drunks and waits for the P to come out from the Valkyrie. Push is going to come out, the Berry 9 does come out from 9 here. More flashbangs into Armory here, trying to go deep, but GCR with a beautiful yeet. Takes Clash right off the table. RDZ from below, however, takes Revolts out of it. Spawns with a nice headshot to Spall, leaves it all into the hands of RDZ in a 1v4 clutch situation. Runes up onto Metal Stairs, sprints all the way up, but it's going to be FK1 who can't be found out by it. All the way from 90, takes down RDZ with a headshot. And that's beautiful from FK1, and beautiful flawless rounds coming out here from paiN Gaming.
That is their 3rd time at Armory, and the 3rd loss. And again, they seem to have no answer towards just the setup that is being brought against them. They have only 4 frags over the 3 rounds. Buck is causing them so many problems, combined with Spawns, who has burst out the gate with a 7-0, spotting for the team. They're watching the rotations. They are dominant on this map so far as they decide to go down to Vent and Workshop instead. They are finally going to try something different after dropping 3 rounds on the same point. But at this point, paiN Gaming, is there anything that is going to stop what has been a dominant display on attack?
We're finally seeing the echo coming out from Blood Dragons, which I'm glad to see finally being brought here. Maybe it's not quite the answer to do in GCR in the book, but it's definitely a start of something new here from Black Dragons. Let's see how they effectively implement it, but this is one of the sites where I've seen so many times where the Yokai drone has effectively denied the defuse to the point of where the attackers just run out of time.
That's the thing. That is when he's... Don't get me wrong, Echo is brilliant normally throughout an entire round. He gives you information. He's easy to move around. You can keep him as good gun set, but late round plant infused Echo is unbelievable. He's so dominant, so powerful, and when used in that kind of capabilities, he can win a round. He can win a round. If you haven't locked down that Echo or the drones, that's the biggest fear you ever have going in for that. As you said before, that 7 seconds of looking at the ground. If you haven't locked down Echo, you haven't locked down those drones, you know he's watching you.
Don't forget as well as paiN Gaming having been an IQ here, so the Legion, the Valkyrie, the Echo should all be very effectively used here utility-wise. But it's going to be up to the players to execute in a nice way here. We've seen paiN Gaming with flawless attacks so far. Let's see if they can keep up that trend as we move further into action phase on round number 4. And we're already seeing ADS is getting burned here. As passive control goes quickly into the control of the Jackal. It's going to be... Oh, well, that is unfortunate. Slash is going to get footprint tracked already. That is not good at all. Already having your Echo being tracked like that. If he goes down so early, it can all go very, very wrong very, very quickly for Black Dragons here as they try to hold on to the site now. But a lot of this site is about that vertical play. We are going to see them, a lot of them playing upstairs. That's going to stop GCR from gaining that vertical control so early on. But it's also...
Jackal's struggling.
Yeah, Spawn's struggling a little bit with that. He's just going to kind of just take a step back, think about it a little bit. He's going to try and push in. There we go. He does get into customs. But it's also going to mean that, you know, GCR is going to have a pretty hard fight into here. He's not actually died yet, which is really amazing for a book on border. But oh, Spawns! What? How do you win that fight? Small goes down. That is disappointing, and Spawns just continues his flawless streak. 8-0 so far, doing beautifully with that. GCR also continuing his own flawless streak. RDZ goes down to him with a headshot. That's already a 5v3. This is looking terrible for Black Dragons as Slash gets droned out. And paiN Gaming is just starting to just dominate on these rounds so far. Slash going to get very, very lit up. They know exactly where he is, but he is going to take down 9. That's going to be a beautiful kill coming out from Slash, but he's in a very tight spot, and they know exactly where he is. Spawn still holding down the cross as he starts to move in. 1 minute left to go on the clock. And there's still a lot of utility on the board here from paiN Gaming to try and make that push in, but Levi still has the vertical control. And there we go, he just get a kill of his own. GCR finally going to go down, finally going to meet the Reaper there. That's okay, one could be droning it all out. Drunks is get droned out, but Spawns with a beautiful kill and Slash. Eventually taking that Echo off the board is going to make that utility almost useless. The smoke's now going to go down onto the bathroom area. Spawn's going to move in, he takes down another one! Spawns with a shotgun! Finishes off Drunks, he's expecting the rotate coming out from smoke anytime now, but Revolts is going to be waiting for it with a Claymore as well to hide his intentions. paiN Gaming flawless on these attacks so far, and Spawns is having the game of his life right now.
4-0. 4-0 as we go into the final defensive round, and don't get me wrong, that was the shakiest the attack looked, apart from Spawns. Spawns 10-0. 10-0, and it doesn't seem like anything is slowing him down apart from that wall that he struggled to get through for about 15 seconds. But apart from that, they're not finding ways to close him down. They're not finding ways to just shut down this freedom that he's finding across a map. They're really struggling to rotate out of there and pick apart the attack.
The customs wall does seem to be the best counter right now to Spawns. They should definitely play around that weakness, but we'll see how it goes down. It's going to move into round number 5. It's going to be paiN Gaming's final attack here. They've gone flawless so far, and yeah, there's just complete domination by them. Black Dragons are falling left, right, and center. We are going to see the Maestro being brought here from Slash, which is good to see. A little bit of mix-up in the strategy coming out from Black Dragons so far, but we've actually only seen one plant of the diffuser go down.
Yeah, it was the first round, and apart from that, they haven't really needed to. They've been getting those frags. It's the shakiest they've looked so far, but their ability to just force rotation, force clearances, throw people into their sideline. Don't get me wrong, there's been a couple that have been a little bit questionable when the Valk pushed against Spawns in the previous round, and Spawns managed to pull the frag out of that when really we saw the Valk was watching it. We saw the Valk was tracking those movements, and yet still somehow managed to lose that firefight. Some of those moments you just think, well, if they can pick up that frag, that can completely change the rhythm of the round. But see if they've got any bright ideas to lock off. Obviously, they've bought IQ. Revolts is bringing the IQ this time. No Echo to go against it. Still have the Valk cams, which have been causing some problems, but not enough, really. Not enough problems in the undominable role of paiN Gaming.
Not enough problems with that. Oh, it's going to be RDZ and Junkspo could be playing around into customs, so clearly seeing that Spawns was struggling with that customs wall are both going to be playing customs to stop him gain control so easily. RDZ is going to be trying to play it into customs here, but GCR takes his comrade down. Oh no, what a bad peek from RDZ. Doesn't realize that Revolts is still holding the angle outside of detention, and that's both the GSG9 operators already off the board. That is terrible from Black Dragons, already losing both of their key roamers with not even a minute off the board.
Saw how low GCR was as well. 5 bullets in. GCR still managed to find a frag and just very deep. And got frag hungry, thought this could be the change, this could be what we need, and there was still an entire wall they could have gone for it. But now they've got plenty of time to reset GCR, which they've just done. And that is 5 men now pushing against, well, 5 men in IQ and Sophia and Habana. 2 men, 3 women pushing against a pretty shaky defense so far.
Pretty shaky indeed, but we'll see how they try and bring it through as we move into just about halfway into the round now. Here's a 3v5 situation, of course. Not looking too good here at all for Black Dragons. Not being able to find a single defense win, but Levi will start things off correctly. Takes down GCR with a headshot. Beautifully played. What a shot from FK1. Levi instantly gets traded out. Now it's going to be a 4v2 situation now. Not looking too good for Blood Dragons at all. They're starting to fall apart, and they don't have much utility to bear either. Nitro Cam trying to play footsie here and see what they can do exactly to try and deny the plant. As Valkyrie's going to try and rotate through into Red Hole onto 90, but actually going to go for the flank through CCTV and see if he goes and does that successfully. But no, FK1 will be watching it. And it's going to be all down to Slash in a 4v1. Takes down the crouch spamming, but their crouch spamming is too much for him. Revolts just bumps his way around the corners. paiN Gaming 1 round away from taking this map flawlessly.
Wow. They showed up last time. They showed up in the last season, and they are bringing it this time as well. The last time these guys met on this map, obviously, it was 6-3 to paiN Gaming. But obviously they are... There's not many words, more words we could throw at how precise and how powerful that team composition and team play just looked. They really, really know how to work together. We're seeing the reverse Jackal pick now. We're seeing if Jackal, I would say, was causing almost most of the problems. The Jackal and the Buck combination really just pushed out the defense of Black Dragons. They're going to try and do the same thing, but with just the Jackal and the Ashen Zephyr, bringing that soft destruction capabilities as well. Armory Archives, we go back to a place that they won 4 times out of the 5 that they just took. Can they make it? Can they make it 5?
To be fair, as we said in the previous rounds, this by far is the easiest site to hold on Border. And most of the time when you're defending Border, you're defending it from Armory Lockers anyway. So if you can't defend this area, you don't really stand much of a chance on the other sides either. So we're going to see exactly what goes differently here for paiN Gaming for their hold. We're already seeing a stark difference in the defense setup in terms of bringing up Pulse. This is something I thought that Black Dragons did really badly, is they had absolutely, well, hardly any roam game going downstairs at all. And also roam game that didn't really permit any reason for the push to actually come through. But Pulse, if Pulse is on the roam downstairs, you have to deal with him. It forces the attackers to move downstairs, go for the roam clear, and deal with him quickly and concisely. That is not something that Blood Dragons did during their defenses.
You can see how they are wasting no time as RTC pushes straight towards Metal Stairs, drops the front 2 cameras. Drunks already exceptionally injured. Quite sure where that came from. RTC rotating underneath. They know that they want to shut down the pulse. Said they seal the walls up. They are going for a big hold downstairs. The damage comes in. They go for the reverse pick. And this is exactly what we said Black Dragon's defense was missing, was some aggression. The one time we saw it go aggressively, they went too aggressively. But you need to find that balance of, well, let's not give this away yet. Let's hold this. Let's try and get some reverse picks. As Spawns still just dropped from Levi. Just rotating around kind of aimlessly. You can see just at the top of the stairs. Is this going to be a peek here? They want to go against the Jackal. But Levi is holding the wrong angle. Somehow doesn't take any damage from that there.
Oh, but he does take damage from that. Beautiful shot coming out from FK1. Does take the head clean off of Levi. And a great refrag coming out there. But that's already the Maestro off the board. That's a pretty big frag coming out from the attackers there, as RDZ going to try and push all the way through. The Pulse surely going to realize that RDC's pushed all the way into the bathroom now, and Drunks has tried to make his way in, but oh, GCR going to save his teammate. RDZ going to go down. No refrag at all from Drunks right here, who should have really just jumped into ventilation right there and then, but will not be able to find the kill at all. Small is still going to be outside. GCR takes down Drunks as he attempts to refrag. As for 4v2, it's looking all but over now for Black Dragons, unless they can start to bring it in. Does manage to light up 9 just a little bit as we move into the final minute of the round here, but Slash to the top of Metal gets caught out by FK1. It's all down to the fragmite of Small to try and bring this in. It's a 4v1. He does have Diffuser, and what a shot from Small! Takes the head clean out of FK1. That's going to have to find 3 more if he wants to bring this in. He's going to hop through into security room, see what he can do here, but they know where he is, or whereabouts he is, and he's going to try and go for this pre-fires through the wall. 40 seconds left to go on the clock. He has to realize that someone has rotated back to the half-wall area, and he's ready to go for those pre-fires indeed. He starts to push all the way through, looking for any peaks that he can. Needs to find these fights, needs to find the frags where he can. Pushes all the way in, but he is going to be looking in the beautiful crossfire from GCR. It is going to take paiN Gaming into round number 6 and a flawless victory for them on the first map of Border.
Well, they showed up. They showed up as a team. The amount of communication you can see going on, feeding information. Obviously, when we saw RDZ push in on that Zephyr, the Pulse was feeding the information there. That was an easy pickup frag. That was a hell of a round. That was a hell of a map for them, and they've really just locked down. And you can tell just from the scoreboard, obviously, Spawns went 10-1, and he was 3rd on the scoreboard. And it just shows how integral their communication was as a team, and that team play, unbelievable.
Yeah, they did incredibly well there. Spawns just absolutely dominating on that map, but a great plays overall coming out from paiN Gaming. We're going to take about a 3-minute break here before we move on to our second map of Oregon, so stick around. We'll be